Welcome to Wheels Up Wednesday. This is podcast number 4. I'm Matt Omick, Spencer Hill. I had a pretty uneventful St. Patrick's Day weekend. What about yourself?
Yeah, not the most exciting St. Patrick's Day this week.
Yeah.
It was definitely fun watching everybody else get hammered, but...
It was. Bus and I gave up the whole month of March for no drinking and trying to eat healthy and whatnot.
And God damn it, we are devoted.
Yep, we're 5 weeks in and let's just keep going. But it's our social lives just completely changed if you don't drink. But
yeah, I guess I didn't really realize, when I decided to be healthier and, not be the average college student, that without drinking, really not a whole lot goes on with your life besides homework and, in my case, racing and stuff.
No, it's a lot less fun. It does take a lot of commitment, but
it's good.
We made it this far. It's good.
Yeah, and then St. Patrick's Day, we were able to, help out in other ways, too.
Yeah.
I know with my own self, with my Snapchat, I sent out on my story, I put a little note that said, listen, if anybody needs a ride, just let me know, and I'd be happy to go pick them up wherever.
You're a sweetheart.
And, yeah, I really was just trying to be a nice guy in that whole deal. But, evidently a couple girls actually slid up and, also acknowledged that it was a really sweet thing to do. So that was kind of something that I didn't realize I was dodoing.
It was a win-win for you because you didn't even have to, transport anybody.
It was a win-win-lose.
Right.
I still didn't get to drink, but you got to take what you can get.
Everybody just decided
I feel
to
great
drive
drunk. Sunday felt a lot more energized versus some of our other buddies that looked a little lethargic. So that's one other really good thing about it.
It's all good.
Nobody took me up on the offer though,
Right.
so I hope they got home safe.
Yeah, they probably drove drunk, but hey, that's on them. You tried.
Offer was out there.
Hey,
You just gotta take it.
You're a sweetie.
You gotta take it.
But you went to PBR this weekend?
Yeah, a lot of fake cowboys.
Right.
Not saying that I'm like a full-blown cowboy. I definitely wear my boots pretty much every day, but
you don't put on an act.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of city slickers out there at the PBR this weekend. Great show though. You gotta love going to PBR. They put on a really awesome show. It's kind of like going to. It's like a mix between a concert and obviously a rodeo.
Right.
But the pyrotechnics now that they have there are really awesome. Monster's sponsoring it now, so they really put a lot in. And yeah, it was a great time out there.
Yeah.
I went with Diane, of course, with Hassel Racing. She always treats me so well. Gotta love Diane.
Yeah. No, she's good at that.
Yeah, it was an awesome show though.
You tried to give away one of those tickets. I wish I would have gone, but I was too busy.
We couldn't give away the rest of the tickets. We had 2 extra tickets for it out there.
Yeah.
I hit up you. I hit up Jason. I hit up just about every girl I could.
Pass.
Couldn't pay people to go to that show. And it was awesome. It was a great show.
Yeah.
I really don't understand why nobody wanted to go to PBR. I asked Jason, I was smart because I know how he bails on stuff. I was like, Jason, what are you doing tonight a little bit later?
Hey, if you lure Jason in with some Coors Banquets, he's in.
He probably thought that I was
a Jack Daniels or something. He's like, well, hell yeah. Let's get it on.
He probably thought it was more so of a party scene, but I was like, what are you doing in a little bit? From 6 to 9.
That's a good approach.
And he goes, oh, nothing. And I asked him, would you like to go to PBR with me? And he thinks about it. He's like, I think I'm good. I know damn well all I did was sleep on the couch until
I mean,
going over
at least I had a legit excuse. I was in a meeting, but man, that was long. That was like a 3.5-hour meeting, but it's all good.
All about that business. You know what else was pretty life-threatening was my drive over here from the race shop tonight. I almost junked the Bronco.
Yeah. One thing about the Bronco is it's about 70% code red, and a code red means it needs to be fixed, but why don't you fix it? You just put it off.
For one, I think it's pretty well documented that I'm poor as hell. And for 2...
But does safety play a role in...
I'm safe. That's why I make you guys drive everywhere.
Hey, that's true.
That's my safety plan.
You're a genius, actually. You smart.
No, Bronco definitely like not on the top of the list as far as safety.
So what's a code green? Like something super, like a blinker.
I'm sure people are like hella lost right now with the code red to code green stuff. But basically, I have a process because of my truck's, breaky-downyness.
Hey, it's old.
And a code red is what I would consider that something that needs to be fixed on the truck like
immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah.
So my brakes have been a code red for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And a little bit is like 8 months.
Yeah.
A year.
They're a little soft. It's kind of how I would compare to lap 326 at Martinsville.
Yeah. You have.
They're a little soft, but. Yeah, so that's code red, and it goes from like, red to, I don't know what's next, orange, I don't even know the rainbow. But anyways, green is like, not a problem.
Yeah.
A good example for green would be like...
Like a blinker. Like
my blinker, my blinker's fuse isn't working right now.
You don't need that to drive or get somewhere, although it's like within the law you need to keep up with it, but...
Yeah. Like...
Yeah, you don't need to.
A lime green would be if my, let's say, my light that lights up the license plate goes out. Like, I'm not fixing that.
No.
I mean, even...
Our buddy Cody got pulled over for that one.
Apparently multiple times.
Yeah.
I'm going to call bullshit on that one, though, knowing his driving.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, so that would be code green.
At least you didn't die tonight. You made it here. We're filming podcast 4.
What happened, though...
My tongue's getting twisted with all this.
Yeah, you would have thought you were in the truck.
I need some alcohol. I need some vodka.
But basically what happened with the Bronco was I was coming northbound on Wyoming, going through Paseo.
Busy intersection.
And I had to pee so bad. Like
back to our health kick, we have to drink a gallon plus a day.
Yeah.
And so you do have to piss every 4
Which you would think
minutes.
would be easy because you're like, oh, it's like,
sucks, bro.
that much water.
But
no, like that's a lot. I have this little water bottle that I got. I don't even know where I got it from.
But look how much you use it. There's no label on it. Look at that. You can't even see. We're not advertising anybody here.
Yeah. So
because
this is, I guess, 33. What is it? Milliliters? Ounces. That's what it is.
Don't ask me.
I'm smart. I go to college.
So what? 2.5.
And so 4 of those makes 1 gallon. I'm on my 5th one for the day because I'm trying to get like ultra healthy. And coming home from the shop, it's about a 15-minute drive, and 5 minutes in, I thought I was gonna explode. I was like, I can make it home.
You need like a separate bottle for your pisser.
Yeah,
so you could have it on the go if you have like an emergency. Cause...
It was bad. I was definitely speeding a little bit though, and going northbound on Wyoming, coming through Paseo, I was digging. Light turned yellow, and I'm just coming through the intersection.
You have no brakes. You can't stop.
And yeah, it's not like I'm gonna stop that thing.
You're not an idiot.
It's not gonna stop. There's no way. And I'm coming through the intersection, and I just see this like lady coming through, and I can already tell like she has no idea what she's doing. I don't know what ethnicity.
New Mexico drivers?
She was, but I do know it was a girl, so that doesn't help a lot. Regardless, she was not paying attention though, and I really had to thread the needle between her and the curb, and I about shit my pants. So I about pissed my pants and shit my pants all at once tonight. Just trying to get here so I could film this stupid podcast.
This is how committed we are to our health and podcast and entertainment for you guys. So
we are committed though, and that's what I love about it.
But we appreciate everybody, viewing the podcast and whatnot. Let's just keep going with it. Another thing that happened this weekend over in Bakersfield, California, Kern County Raceway, they had the K&N West Series opener. Derek Kraus took it from Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, everybody expected Kevin Harvick to take that one.
Hometown hero.
Really fast car over there with Jefferson Pitts Racing. He was the favorite going in. Led a ton of laps, too, during that race.
Yeah, 132 of 175.
And really, he was the guy to beat until a late race restart where Derek Kraus... By the way, kudos to him.
He's a king now.
If you have an opportunity to go side by side and, go for the win
racing a NASCAR
versus the hottest guy in the NASCAR Cup Series right now, like Kevin Harvick is, you take it.
You have to.
If you don't run, as hard as you can and try to take that win,
right?
I don't have respect for you. So
even if you
for
Kraus, trying, you have to.
For Kraus to do it and have the balls to go out there and try to race Harvick just like he would anybody else on that tour, major kudos to him. They did end up getting together a little bit, sent Kevin Harvick up into the loose stuff. Yeah. Harvick fell back quite a bit, I think back to 9th.
Right.
But
he salvaged the 4th place out of it.
Ultimately, that was the move that gave Derek Kraus the win in that number 16 Bill McAnally car. Really awesome run for them. Derek Thorne in his homecoming finished 2nd. Cole Rouse 3rd. Harvick coming back to finish 4th.
Yep.
And Ryan Partridge finished 5th on that one. The K&N West Series will be back in action at Tucson Speedway on May 5th.
That'll be interesting. Let's talk about some Xfinity. They were over at Auto Club Speedway, Fontana, not too far from Kern County.
Yep, Fontana, always a really fun track for those Xfinity cars. Seems like their power-to-weight ratio, along with the grip levels there, makes for a really interesting race every time.
Going back to what we talked about last week in our picks, you thought Larson would have had it. Jason picked Kevin Harvick, obviously. Why wouldn't you? He got collected early, but I had Martin Truex doing it, and he did all 3 stages.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm getting mixed up with Monster Energy. I'm just so excited I won this weekend. I won $30. Let's go back to Xfinity.
Yeah, so
I
getting way ahead of ourselves in this professional podcast that we do here. Xfinity Series, which would be the Saturday show,
yes,
Mick,
sir.
Which was the Roseanne 300 at the Auto Club Speedway. Joey Logano, he was the dominating factor in that one.
He was, yeah.
A little bit of a mix-up there. But yeah, he took the Team Penske discount tire number 22 Ford Mustang to victory lane after leading 139 of 150 laps. But that didn't come without a little bit of worry late in the race there.
Yeah, Justin Allgaier, P2. Elliott Sadler finished 3rd, Austin Dillon in 4th, and Daniel Hemrick to finish out the top 5.
6th went to Cole Custer, 7th to Tyler Reddick, 8th place went to Matt Tifft, 9th went to Ryan Preece, and 10th, a really good run for Ross Chastain in that JD Motorsports number 4 car.
Yeah.
To the points battle over there, Sadler actually officially in the points for the lead right now over the driver's standings, even though Reddick has that 1 win. He's 4 back from Sadler. Allgaier, 5 back. Christopher Bell, 27, and Daniel Hemrick rounding out the top 5 at 30 points back. Really awesome race over there for the Xfinity Series. Logano, I thought for a minute there, maybe he didn't have it. He got off cycle for most of the field late in the race and was a really lonely man when he came down pit road on lap 122 and restarted 16th.
Yeah, that didn't look good at all.
Luckily, though, those fresh tires prevailed for him, and he took the lead just a few laps later on lap 128 and never looked back.
Yep. Fast forward one day to the Monster Energy.
Now you can gloat about your win this weekend.
Well, it's already been said. Martin Truex dominated all 3 stages. Was that his first?
That was his first win of the year.
He did do that, capturing the pole, and he led 125 laps out of 200. And how about Harvick and Larson early in the race? A little ridiculous.
Harvick, once again, comes into the weekend winning just about everything he could.
Oh, yeah.
Fast in practice. He was just the man. That was what I thought right away was we're going to see a 4-peat. Because if you look at final practice, he had the quickest 5-lap average, quickest 10-lap average, and quickest 15-lap average. And early in the race, he showed his speed right away. Of course, him and Larson made a little bit of contact, which ended his bid for the 4 in a row. That came on lap 38.
Let me ask you, without them making contact and Harvick still being, having a fresh car, how far do you think he would have gone? Race winner? Anything for Martin Truex?
If anybody had anything for Martin Truex Jr. and that 78 team, it was going to be Kevin Harvick.
The 4 car. Yep.
They have been killer on all their pit stops this year. 78 team, not so much on pit road. They struggle a little bit. My pick for the weekend was Kyle Busch. I really thought that he had it after seeing what he was doing throughout the practice sessions and just how much he usually likes that track. But their car never really got to the point where they needed to be. No. They went backwards on their last adjustment on the last pit stop, and really just not a happy Kyle Busch that
No, he wasn't satisfied with
even
that
though he did
place.
lead some laps.
Yeah. Still finished third behind Kyle Larson, and fourth went to Brad Kay and Joey Logano. Team Penske round up top 5.
Yeah, just once again, killer performance by Furniture Row Racing. A lot of people doubted them going into this weekend, but, to me, Mick, if you go out there, you win the pole, you lead stage 1, you lead stage 2, and you pick up the win after leading 125 out of 200 laps over Kyle Larson, which has been the king of California in 2-mile tracks by 11.685 seconds. That's a perfect weekend.
I'll take my $30.
They're right on track. $30 deservedly went to you this weekend.
Yeah, man.
Another interesting tidbit in the Cup Series, though. Jimmy Johnson and Lowe's separating after, 17 years of being together.
Everybody knows that Lowe's car is Jimmy Johnson. That's crazy.
From his first win to his most recent 83rd win, they have been together the whole time, and really that's unheard of for a sponsor nowadays.
That is huge news.
So to see Lowe's go away is going to be quite sad, but to see what they can do over there on the sponsorship side should be interesting. What do you think would be a good, matchup for Jimmy Johnson?
I really haven't even thought about it. I just can't, understand why they even separated in the first place. Is it because his performance lately?
I don't know exactly. I did read that they were pulling out of all motorsports, so I don't think it's solely based on them because they also
Lowe's was huge. Don't they have what is Lowe's Speedway? Isn't there like a Lowe's 400? I don't know.
Well, Grandpa, it hasn't been a Lowe's Speedway since 2012. It's Charlotte Motor Speedway.
But they invested into NASCAR so much. It's just weird they're pulling out with it.
It is weird though to see them not be on that 48 machine come next year.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Who do you think's gonna?
I could see someone like Gatorade or maybe one of the sponsors that are already kind of in place. Moving up.
Okay.
And partnering up. Jimmy Johnson, though, I really don't know how much longer he'll be in that seat.
Yeah.
He is getting old, one of the oldest drivers on the circuit.
That's true.
So maybe this is almost trying to tell us something?
Man. Who knows? There's been some retirees here lately.
So we'll definitely
would pull out. Maybe he will next year.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that. Another interesting thing coming this weekend for a big change as they head into Martinsville Speedway.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Earnhardt out. Landon Castle getting a shot in that Starcom Racing number 00.
Martinsville, that's going to be interesting.
Martinsville, always a fun race.
Who you got eyes on this weekend?
It's so tough there.
We were just talking about Jimmy Johnson. He's not bad there.
Johnson's always quick there. I'm looking at Penske to be strong. They were strong there last year in the fall. Of course, I was at that race.
You were.
Amazing race as it went into darkness.
Again, thanks to Diane.
Yeah, Diane always
got
coming
to go to that one too,
clutch.
Right?
Yep.
Not the best weather, but
it was a
cool
little bit chilly, but wouldn't trade it for the world. That was such a fun opportunity to go down there. And really looking forward to what the Cup guys and the Truck Series back on track this weekend as well down there.
Yeah, man. Supercross was in St. Louis this weekend.
At the Dome at America's Center.
Yeah, man.
What a name.
The Dome.
Who is the marketing guy that came up with, let's call it the Dome?
Well, they have the Superdome for football. I mean, maybe same person, who knows? Who cares?
Who cares? I like that idea. For 250 Supercross, Rockstar Energy Husqvarna Factory Racing Zach Osborne grabbed the whole shot, but that was short-lived, wasn't it?
Yeah, Forkner had that lead there for a little while, but early
after that huge quad, what a move to get that race lead on lap 1,
and then took that next corner like he didn't. It was crazy, and then he took a spill early in the race, letting Zach Osborne by for the lead. He ended up winning that race. Second was Jeremy Martin, and third was Jordan Smith.
And with the points championship battle over there, Zach Osborne going to retain that lead. Austin Forkner second. Jordan Smith third. Really the top three guys that have been going strong
back and
all over the East Coast out there.
A uneventful 450 main. Eli Tomac just ran away with it. he had a lead by over 13 seconds at the end of that main.
Yeah, Tomac fast all weekend down there.
What an animal.
Led from the gate drop to win his 5th win of the season, led all 27 laps, and beat Jason Anderson by over 20 seconds. Killer showing for that team.
Yeah, he said he felt very great after leading that last practice and went to show.
Mm-hmm. Tomac finishing first, Jason Anderson second, and Marvin Muskin in third. Over the point side on that, Eli Tomac, 5 wins, still not in the top 3 in points.
That's insane.
Jason Anderson still leading that over there with 246 points. Marvin Muskin back by 42, and Justin Brayton 57 back off the leader.
They'll be going to Indianapolis on March 24th. Keep our eyes open for that race.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about Canyon West. Let's go to the NHRA Gator Nationals. Did you see any of that this weekend?
Did not see any of it live, but I saw the big explosion.
Yeah, between Matt Hagan and Robert Height. Both blew up identically at the same time.
I haven't seen that happen in a long time.
And
down
the funny
drag
cars,
strip.
they make a huge explosion. You know, that splinters their whole bodies, goes everywhere. But going into the top fuel division, Richie Crampton got his win since 2015.
First win since 2015. That's got to feel good for him.
Sean Reed in second, Clay Milliken in third, Antron Brown in fourth. We see his name a lot up there. And Lee Pritchett round out the top 5. And funny car.
Yeah, Leah Pritchett. Not quite the same stride that they had last year.
No.
What do you think's going on down there?
What do you think's going on with Truex? Could be the same thing. I don't know.
A lot of racing left to do with the NHRA, though.
It is.
A lot of stuff
I would
to figure
say
that out.
what his problem is, maybe Truex's team did the first 3 races. It's kind of, I don't know, it's hit or miss. But going into the funny car division, my favorite, Fast Jack Beckman. Fastback. That's his first win at the Gator Nationals track. And Matt Hagan second, Ron Capps third, Sean Langdon in fourth, and Del Worsham fifth. And
what about that pro stock?
Man, that was a good battle.
Tanner Gray at such a young age, the ripe age of 19 years old.
I can't believe he's only 19. He's doing that good?
Mm-hmm.
Man, he's going to go
a lot
far.
of talent in that Gray family.
That's like John Force, starting young and then doing good ever since.
Yeah, we'll definitely see him moving up in the near future.
Had a great battle with Bo Butner for second, and then third went to Drew Skillman. Pro Stock Motorcycle, Eddie Crowder had a great battle with Andrew Hines, and third finishing Hector Arana.
Really great racing down there at the Gator Nationals. Definitely a key marquee event down there. Always a really fun.
Nice weather in Florida, too.
Yeah, great weather down there.
Your pops is in Florida.
Yeah.
Living it up.
Chuck Nasty just flew out to Florida today. He's going to be out there. Ashley will miss my race, but I know he's having a good time down there.
I mean, would you rather race or be in Florida? As a dad's perspective.
That's such a tough call.
Florida.
I'd probably go Florida, too.
I mean...
especially if it's like spend money in Oklahoma or spend money in Florida.
Yeah.
I understand
Plus, they
that.
put him at a beachside hotel, right?
Yeah, he's definitely living it up. Michaela and my mom are going to go down and visit him, I think, Thursday.
Nice.
So we'll have to find...
but you'll be gone this weekend,
old
too.
Elliot, someone to hang out with this weekend.
See if you can't tear up another mattress.
Yeah. Not looking forward to what he tears up this weekend. One more quick back to the racing side. World of Outlaws Sprint Cars invaded Stockton Dirt Track in Stockton, California. Young gun Corey Eliason led all 30 laps to secure his first World of Outlaws career win in the Roth Motorsports number 83 after surviving a lot of restarts on a rough track. Collected big names in the sprint car world. Brian Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Parker Price Miller and Rico Abreu. All names that fell victim to yellows over there with a huge hole that came in turn 3. Results from the event, Corey Eliason in that number 83 car coming home with his first series victory. Ian Madsen second, Shane Stewart third, Carson Macedo in fourth, and Tim Kading fifth.
I'm sure they got a good crowd with those names out there.
Oh yeah, and that's a really cool track down there. I went to the first ever race that they ran at the Stockton Dirt Track. It's cut into a horse track. So
that's pretty cool.
Very unique, and I think when I went there, I want to say Larson won that first night.
You went, you didn't race, right?
No, did not race. Haven't been there to race. But
is that on the bucket list?
Anything World of Outlaws is on my bucket list, Mick. You know
Got
me.
it. Oh, I do.
It was also announced, though, down there during intermission that Brad Sweet's Placerville Short Track Showdown is going to be postponed to Wednesday, September 12th. That was scheduled to go on, I believe, this Wednesday, but that's going to be postponed to Wednesday, September 12th.
All the way to September.
Yeah, it's just they run so many schedules back to back to back. It's hard to get.
Is it to try to match the weather, maybe?
I believe it is weather related. I'm not 100% sure, but
gotcha.
I believe it's weather related. With that out, the World of Outlaws will be back in action at the Ocean Speedway on March 23rd.
Nice.
Well, Mick, what do you got going on this weekend, man?
Actually, I'm going to be participating in the 50th annual. I don't know if it's 50th annual. Whatever it is, it's a death march, and that's 26.2 miles in White Sands in Mexico. And it's...
Why are you doing this?
Well...
Hold on. Let me get this straight. You're going to Las Cruces.
Yeah.
To a event called the Death March.
The Death March. And it's...
For fun?
It's death. Yeah, for fun, just to say I did it, and...
To tell who?
You.
I don't give a shit. That sounds terrible.
Yes, I won't do it now. I don't know, it's...
So let me get this straight. You have to carry a backpack on your back.
So there's two different divisions. There's a heavy and there's a light. Old Rockin' Randall and his girlfriend signed up for the light. And I'm over there like, oh, that sounds like...
How much is the heavy?
35 pounds. It's a 35-pound backpack on your... And it's supposed to mimic the old death march they did back in 19 whatever.
Wow, you really got your facts together.
Yeah, and I have no, I don't know anything about this race, when it starts, where to go, who to talk to. So I'm just going to wing it.
Well, take some pictures before the event, because it doesn't sound like you will even survive.
I'm going to say my goodbyes to everybody, because I might not make it back.
Yeah, that does not sound
But
like
yeah,
fun.
I got that going on this weekend. Going to do a couple details. Got some clients down there in Las Cruces, so going to make a 4-day weekend out of it. Head out Thursday. What you got going on?
This weekend, Oklahoma City is going to be the place to be if you're a race fan. We got the Power I Series, both the midgets and the micro sprints racing at I-44 Speedway down there. My first race of the season. I can't be any more excited for this event.
Back in the wheel.
It's finally time. I haven't been behind the wheel since October, and I've been so excited.
You can just tell the way he's talking. He's like, oh yeah,
I'm so
just
psyched.
like me with Truex.
Oh, okay. No, but really, I am psyched. It's a new track for me. I've never ran down there at I-44 Speedway. We're paired up with the Power Ride National Midget Tour, which is bringing all the hot shots. I think I read Christopher Bell's going to be there.
Competition? Pretty heavy?
Competition's very heavy. It's what I would probably consider as being the best micro sprint national tour.
Okay.
Currently.
That's awesome.
So, really looking forward to seeing what we can do down there with all the big boys. Names like Frank Flood should be there. Frank Galusha will be there. Jason McDougall, fresh off of all of those victories at Tulsa, is going to be there. So that's going to be really exciting. Looking forward to that. I'm sure I'll take plenty of videos and pictures and have a story to tell next week on Wheels Up Wednesday.
Yeah, I can tell you're excited to wheel, so best of luck to you. Safe travels. Hope you don't have any brake issues on the way out there.
Thanks.
Have to thread any needles on an I-40.
Thanks. And remember, left lane.
Left lane.
Left lane, because if you get in that right lane, you did.
Yeah.
Well, Mick, I think that's all we have time for tonight. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Wheels Up Wednesday. What you guys do for us is so amazing. We love the interaction
it's something
with you guys.
New. We're learning. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing, even though I pretend a little bit better. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's
we
definitely a lot to
professionals,
juggle.
But even though we may not be, we still appreciate the views. So
a lot to juggle, but keep on sending us love. Make sure you guys comment, share, like our Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube. All that stuff's going to help us in the future when we finally do figure out what we're doing.
One of these days, years.
One of these days.
Decades.
We'll figure it out. For Matt Omick, I'm Spencer Hill. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.